Recovery Revolution's mission is to be responsive to the community's needs. So we are constantly searching for different programs, different opportunities for our clients and the community as a whole to get involved. One very important thing in recovery is to become part of the community, to give back and to be active in new loves, or if they loved art and music and drama in the past, they might get it back again. That's one of the reasons we chose to do a drama.
I chose A Wrinkle in Time because of its timeless story of remarkable bravery and heroism. I loved several of the characters and how they really overcame challenging obstacles to accomplish things that required such great bravery. The main character, Meg, is an awkward schoolgirl who gets bullied and just has this traumatic event in her life where her father disappears. And there was so much shame and I think sorrow wrapped up in her experience as this young person that as she goes through the story and overcomes and really breaks through some of the challenges that were in front of her, she becomes this unlikely heroine.
And this book, in particular, Wrinkle in Time, is the one and only gift I've ever received from my grandmother, who thereafter I had only met her once or twice. And as a kid, I kept it, it was very important to me, it was sacred. And I read it from my youth up until my teenage years. And I always admired Meg, or related to Meg as if Meg was almost like a friend of mine, because her experience within the context of the book had been so relatable to my life at the time. Growing up with extreme cases of bullying, people locking me in closets, beating me, stealing everything from my locker, throwing smoke bombs in bathroom stalls, and then raping me. It was a consistent occurrence. And then I would run away from school and sit under bridges and wait till the bus came and I could run back and get on. Because then when I got home, there was no response. No one acknowledged the experience I was having. And what had I done?
I don't understand how a child with parents as brilliant as yours could be such a poor student.
Are you sure you want to mail another letter to your father? He had written back and has you. Hey, weirdo, where's your dumb baby brother?
Back off, or I'll...
Ow! Meg, quit it!
But
I'm your brother. Let me do the fighting when it's necessary.
The bullying scene, or the people pointing at me, people badgering me, people coming at me with things, belittling me. That was very powerful. It was very striking and touched chords within me that allowed me, through the theater of it, to heal.
I know the truth.
And I thought that watching this play out was very relatable to people who are in recovery, and also those who are dealing with complex trauma. In that Meg, because she feels loved, because she feels part of a community and she's not taking this journey through time alone, and she has these wise teachers come around her, she is really able to accomplish so much more than she ever could have on her own.
It hurt. And it was okay. And I was still safe on the stage.
I see drama as a healing process in several ways. Recovery Revolution does a lot of talk therapy, but what's really beneficial to our population and other populations are really the ability to act things out. It also creates a healing in that it gives you self-validation.
What it meant for me to play the role of Mrs. Whatsit, honestly, it was an honor. I was really nervous in the beginning, but the sense of freedom that came along with it afterwards is undescribable.
Lovely. Thank you ever so much.
She's rambunctious, she's a little all over the place, a touch dramatic, and I feel like that's all of who and how I am, like wrapped up into just one person.
In recovery, everyone receives a sponsor. They go out and they find someone who has been on this road before, and because of their success and their hard work, they're able to come alongside someone who is just starting out. And Mrs. Whatsit plays that role in the play, just like a sponsor would to someone in recovery. And certainly every sponsor is different, but the fact that she brings this playfulness and this fun and this just outrageous spirit to it, I think lightens this hard road that people in recovery are on. And she is just someone that, I think everyone would want to have a sponsor just like her.
I talk to people all the time. I reach out a lot to people, and I really do live for those moments today.
I thought there were many characters that I could see many relevance to recovery or addiction itself. The character of the red-eye woman was synonymous with addiction itself.
I am going to assume all the pain, all the responsibility, all the burdens of thought and decision.
The lies that it told, or being conformed, or making sure that you're given to something, and that there's a greater good to give in to something, but you have to give in to your brain and you have to go against your will on a lot of these things is very similar to addiction itself.
So as to relate to the red-eyed woman, who is a source of like dictatorship or power and enticement and persuasion and like deceptiveness, having that combative relationship where you're wanting to be the tough one, but you're not. And how do you overcome that?
Don't you see how much better and easier for you that is? Let me show you.
She went through fear, she went through pain, she went through a lot of self-doubt, and in the end, it was her love that changed everything, and her ability to love and connect to someone else was her way of getting out of it, and that's really similar to a recovery. Your ability to connect and love and grow with other people is really helpful in your own recovery process.
It was a wholeheartedly rewarding experience. It was a healing experience, and I have grown in my level of gratitude for the opportunity given to me, and that I carry it with me. It's sort of like a beacon, like a lighthouse, and it gave me a direction to place some of my traumatic events elsewhere in a safe place.